Well, Georgia Republican Senator David Perdue was at today's event and won the praise of President Trump. He joins us now live. Great to have you with us, Senator.
Great to be here, Shannon.
Okay, I want to play a little bit more of what the president had to say today. Here's a bit of what he had to say about the folks who are saying don't cooperate with federal immigration and don't, well, it's time to abolish ICE. Here's what he says.
It's just a small group that gets a lot of publicity because they have no courage, they have no guts, they just have big, loud mouths. And we don't want to put up with that. And I just want you to know that you're loved.
Is the president playing politics with this?
I really don't think so. When you hear him talk privately, this is an impassioned president. You saw it a little bit today publicly. The message today was very clear. We have your backs. We appreciate what you do.
Well, the Washington Post said this. They were quoting somebody who was formerly an acting ICE director, John Sandweg. He said they rolled out the red carpet for ICE, and there's something to be said for morale because he admits that it is helpful. He says, but you're doing it in a way that politicizes it. It's going to take years of work to reform ICE's reputation. They could be tarnished forever as a tool of the far right.
Well, I just don't see that. I mean, the Democrats have taken such an extreme position in this that's not in line with most Americans' viewpoint. I mean, we have a candidate for Attorney General in New York right now talking about putting suits up against ICE.
And you know, when you say that, I want to go ahead and play this so people will see it for themselves. This is part of her video talking about that.
As Attorney General, I will continue to speak out against ICE. I will prosecute ICE for their criminal acts. And as AG and as a candidate for AG, I feel like it's really important to speak out to abolish ICE.
Well, I said that's really an un-American position today when I was asked that question. And it seems to me that, you know, what we got is somebody like that, and the people calling for the abolishment of ICE, they're more worried about the people who perpetrate the crimes against Americans than they are protecting Americans. That's potentially the top law enforcement person in New York talking about the rights of the criminal, not the rights of the victims.
Well, what do you make about all these different localities where we have seen them protesting, not wanting to help ICE? These encampments, Occupy ICE, you know, setting up in places like Portland and other places where people actually were very fearful about trying to get to and from work and just do their jobs.
Well, look, the president knows that sanctuary cities have to go. This is an abomination. First of all, he made a point today that we are a country of laws. His first responsibility is to protect American citizens and protect and defend the Constitution. He takes that very seriously. So today you saw a very energized, impassioned, and emotional president at one point about this.
And we're seeing more of you guys, you senators here in August in D.C. We're not used to that. I know you really pushed hard for it last year. Are you guys going to get some substantive things done this August?
Well, we hope so. I mean, we are right now in a position we haven't been in 15 years where we're taking up a bill this week, labor and HHS, that we haven't done that in 15 years. We haven't passed all of the appropriation bills in over 20 years, Shannon. So we're staying here in August trying to do two things. One is to go after the nominees. We have over 300 nominees right now waiting for confirmation. This is the height of Democratic obstructionism. It's historic, really. And the second reason we're here is to try to get all these appropriation bills funded before September 30th.
Well, I know there's a big push to return to what's called regular order with those funding bills, and you've got that Supreme Court confirmation coming up in September as well. So thanks for making us stop here.
No, it's always good to be here, Shannon. I love this.
Good to see you. All right.